Andrew, are you surprised you're still here?
If you would have asked me, a week and a half ago or whenever it was, I would have said yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be here. That's for sure. And it's just good to still be wearing black and gold right now.
When you say that, Andrew, is that because they had told you in advance, we're close, we think something's going to get done, or are you saying that because you just picked up what everybody was writing and saying yourself?
Yeah, literally. I was, it's crazy how things are now in the game, in baseball. You find out everything on Twitter. So, I was just like, everybody was asking me things. I was like, look, I don't know more than you guys know. I'm following Twitter. I'm looking at seeing what Rob's tweeting or anyone at that matter, and I just I was following that, and so I was basing it off of that, basing what might happen, what might not happen, and I was just kind of on edge, seeing what was going to happen.
Andrew, what have the conversations been like with, if you've had any, with Bob Nutting or Frank Coonley or Neil Huntington since the winter meetings ended?
I've only talked to Neil about everything after everything was over, and we had a really good conversation. I do understand he has a job. I don't understand what he has to do. I can't empathize with that, just like he can't empathize with what I could be possibly going through, the challenges that I have to face, and so. Yeah, I mean, we had a good conversation. We basically ended it on good terms, and we went from there. So everything was, like I said, I was on edge. I didn't know what to expect, but I am glad to be here. Still wearing 22 on my back and being in the Pirates jersey.
Did you get any assurances that you won't be traded until next offseason?
I don't know when. I didn't get any assurance as far as that. All I got is, I'm being in this uniform. As of right now, that's where I'm at. And so, as far as next offseason and All-Star break, I don't know.
As a center fielder?
I think so. That's where it's at as of right now. But there has been talks about corners and all that stuff, but I haven't really talked too in depth about any of that.
Andrew, were you surprised that your name was mentioned in the first place as being a trade possibility? I mean, you still have a year, perhaps two, in your contract.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was surprised. It was like the first thing. I'm on the plane, from St. Louis, and we're headed back home. And first thing that pops on the Sports Center at the bottom is talking about me possibly being a trade. I wasn't even home yet, and that popped up. So, for that matter, yeah, it wasn't a surprise at all that that possibility of me being traded, my name being in the trade blocks, that wasn't a surprise at all. I knew that there was a possibility. I know where I am in my contract. I know where we stand as a team. So, I knew it was a possibility. So, it wasn't a surprise.
Andrew, are you surprised you weren't traded?
At first, yeah. Honestly, because like I said, I was basing it off of what stuff that I was reading, and not what everyone was saying. But when you got Rob, you got Rosenthal, you got those guys who are tweeting certain things. It kind of was a surprise, and at first, and then but at the same time, it's I'm happy I'm here.
What you just
So yeah,
sorry,
it's good to actually be here.
What you just said there about where you are in your contract, you still have 1 year and the option though. Like when you signed that deal, I imagine you thought that this year wouldn't be that much of a question, that maybe next year would be the question because of the option. You did have it in your head that somewhere they might trade you in this season too?
Well, honestly, when I first signed this contract, in 2012, it was I'm gonna be here my whole career, because not at least not my whole career, but I'm gonna play out my contract at least, because that's what I signed for. But we all know that's not the way that it goes in this game now, in this day and age. You have a contract, it doesn't mean much nowadays. You can still be traded. Some guys can be 2 years into a 6-year contract and be traded. And there is a track record of people who don't play out their contracts, and end up being a possible trade. So, yeah, I mean, that has changed over the time. So if you would have asked me this, in 2012, that I would be in this position with my name being, thrown up in trades, I would have been like, you're crazy. But, after, how the game has changed and how things have, just evolved over time, now it's not a surprise that it has come up because, that's just the way that the game is now.
Andrew, have you ever been offered a new contract or had any talks about an extension with the Pirates?
No.
Do you expect to be at any point?
No clue.
Would you be open to that at this point?
I mean, I'm always open. That's never changed for me. I always said I want to be a Pirate. I want to retire a Pirate. It hasn't changed. That just because of my name being on trades, that it hasn't changed at all. So, that's still there.
So much has been written and said about your 2016 season. Speculation you were injured, speculation something was bothering you. Can you put to rest once and for all what contributed to a subpar season for you?
I just didn't have it. It just wasn't there. It had nothing to do with injuries. Yeah, we all have little nagging injuries here and there, and I had those, but there wasn't something that hindered me from performing the way that I wanted to. It's just that I didn't produce the way that I wanted to. That's plain and simple. Everybody, and I appreciate it because they're like, oh, that's not right. Something's off. And what's wrong? He has to be injured for him to not be performing the way he's performing. No, I mean, I appreciate that, but honestly, nothing. It was nothing, it just didn't, the performance just wasn't there, and that's it. And, it wasn't the year that I wanted to have, but, I learned a lot of stuff through it all. I've learned to and it's gonna help me be an even better player going into this next season. A lot of people like to talk about my 2016, but no one talks about my 2011. I wasn't that good either then. So, and me, for myself, not that good. I know average, I did pretty well, but yeah, no one talks about that. So, it's what you want to. It's what you want to see. You say what you see. What you want to see. You say what you want to say. So, but I know for myself. To answer your question, yeah, it was just it wasn't there. Something was off, but that's what this offseason is for, and that's to fix that.
Andrew, how motivated will you be this year? There are a lot of people who feel like, oh man, he's taking a step back. He's only 30 years old, and you still seem to have a big, a lot of years to be productive. How motivated will you be?
Motivated. I don't know if that's even quite the word to look for, but it's something a lot higher than motivated. I'm hungry. That's where I'm at. Like I said, I'm only 30, and if you look, people who have great careers, guys who have been, in the Hall of Fame, not everyone always hits 330 their whole career, especially in this day and age. You're gonna have your off years, but it's what you do. It's what you do, and how you make up, how you come back from that. And I'm looking forward to this season. I'm ready to go, and I can't wait to get my feet back there on the field and get ready and show that I'm not washed up, I guess. And like I said, I'm only 30 years old, so it's not like I'm 40. So, and even that is possible too. You see what Big Papi did. So anything's possible in this game, and I'm looking forward to next season.
Andrew, do you